we have like the largest betting market in Africa. So we have a lot of foreign investors coming into the country to open betting companies in Nigeria. In fact, most of the betting companies, they are foreign. And data from Nigeria Lottery Regulatory Commission indicates that over 65 million Nigerians aged specifically 18 to 40 participate in gaming activities. So that's a large bracket and that's a lot of population. Let's just look at what has been happening in the gaming industry for a while now. So last year, November, precisely November 22, there was a landmark case where the Attorney General of Lagos State took federal government to court, and then the Supreme Court ruled, which is like the highest court in Nigeria, ruled that a law which was granting licenses to those engaged in gaming businesses was now null and void. So it rendered the law unenforceable. And the impact of this is there was a commission. That law gave authority to a commission or a regulatory body to grant license to certain people. And these people had been using these licenses to run businesses. So that's why before, or sometimes even till now, when you go online and you try to search for gaming licenses, you will still see references to National Lottery Regulatory Commission. A lot of people know that body to grant licenses for gaming, lottery, casino, online sports betting, and a host of others before their mind goes back to, oh, a state can grant license to them. So this law was declared null and void, and then that body, which was granting licenses, was put a stop to. So they can no longer grant license as of November 2022 last year up until now. So they've been working on coming back, but they are yet to start. And the impact of that was there was no longer the need for a national license. So instead of a national license, that license would now be operational just in Abuja, which is FCT. Business, especially sports betting, most especially, is very profitable. The license fee for Lagos State, I don't know if it will change, but as at the last time we were informed, it is 100 million. So 100 million, if you put in, and then your application fee aside, your processing fees and all of that, you would be sure to recoup a larger percentage. So it's not a business that you just go into because you sat down one day and you thought that lots of people have been engaging in betting, so I should probably go into it. No, it requires a lot of structure. So before you venture into this business, what most people do is you first of all carry out a market research. Then in that market research, you would get a lot of information and analyze that industry. That's what's going to help you know which of the licenses or which area you should get into. Licensing process. So the first thing is, for these licenses, the required share capital is 20 million naira. So you have to register a company with 20 million. But if there is a foreigner in that company, let's say one foreigner and some other Nigerians, it will be considered as a company with foreign participation. You need money to pay people who win. So you need to be able to show that you're not just coming into the business to, yes, you want to make money, but you also want to use money to make money. So you need to be able to pay people and hold on to your side of the bargain. So you need to show proof of financial stability. You have to submit the company's statement of the company's account, or alternatively, you can submit the director's bank statement. And in this statement, they want to see inflows, outflows. They want to see how money is coming in and the fact that you will be able to run this business successfully. After you've prepared all your documents, you've prepared everything, and you're ready to submit, then you need to understand that the first stage of the licensing is called approval in principle, and then the second stage is final approval or your final license. So approval in principle is like a test run, right? So this is how it works. It takes about 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks to get. And during this period, what will be happening is your application will be reviewed. Sometimes you can be called in for a presentation. So the gaming authority would just want to know the face behind this company. Sometimes they would ask you to come in for a presentation. Okay, tell us about your games, tell us about your business and all of that. And then you'll be given an approval in principle when they've seen that, okay, you've paid the necessary fees, your documents are complete, and then obtain your license. Don't go about running a business without the license and say, don't catch me. I'm sure the enforcement process is serious. Is when you start doing something, you will know that, okay, there are actually people in this space who are enforcing certain laws. So just make sure that you obtain your license so that you can carry on business smoothly, you concentrate on your business and you avoid penalty fees. You can see the way the license fee is high. Just imagine what a penalty fee would look like and how it would impact the business and even affect the reputation. A business of this magnitude, when you don't obtain license, it can cause reputational damage